Hey now, it's a beautiful day, it's sunny, got my little hat on to protect my head here, and I just fired up my Pit Boss 700 FB. I'm really excited because today I'm going to be smoking up some Portuguese-inspired chicken, a lot of flavors that we like to cook with when we're in Portugal, and I have been marinating them for a couple of days here, and I can't wait to get them on the smoker. Now, you will notice that even though it's a great day here, I've got the insulated blanket, the Pit Boss insulated blanket on the smoker here. There is a decent amount of wind coming through here, and I find that when I put this on, it really helps create a more efficient cook. We're not going through nearly as many pellets just because it's not trying to sort of battle against the wind and its impact on the smoker walls itself. So that's really just why that's on there. Now, let's go back in time a couple of days and check out the marinade for the chicken. So my first step for this chicken is to make the sauce. And the first ingredient to go into that is this is actually a homemade pimento muido, which is a red pepper paste that my mother-in-law made. You could get any kind of a red pepper paste to go into this. It's just something nice, flavorful, delicious, and it's a great base for a sauce like that. And that was a half liter or a pint of that sauce. To that, I'm going to be adding some red wine. It was right around a third of a bottle. This is about a dozen garlic cloves that I peeled and just ran through my garlic press. Lots of garlic flavor going on there. I also have the juice of one fresh lemon. Give that just a little bit of citrus pop. And then about a tablespoon of kosher salt. And we're going to give it a chug, chug, chug there of some olive oil, because it wouldn't be Portuguese without olive oil. And just before I forget, I'm also going to add some smoked paprika here. We're going with a third cup of that. So we've got here some pretty classic Portuguese flavors with the red pepper paste, the red wine, the garlic, paprika, all that fun stuff. So now let's prep our chicken. So my chicken here is almost a turkey. This is one of my mother-in-law and father-in-law's massive chickens that they have here. So it would be far easier just to be starting out with chicken pieces, but I'm just going to break this down into that. So boom, just like that. Okay, let's get this in the sauce. Now I do want to make sure that this marinade works itself underneath the skin here, particularly with the thighs and the drumsticks. So I am just going to open that up a little bit. I don't want to risk completely detaching the skin, but just getting a little bit of that sauce in there. And then I've got a vacuum bag here that I double sealed on the bottom, and it's just going to marinate in here. You could do this with any sort of a container, possibly even Ziploc bags if you want. I like the option of going with the vacuum bag here just because I can fully seal it up, and then I'm not going to be worried about this marinade leaking out and getting into other items that I've got in the fridge or the cooler or whatever I've got this in. So now my sweet meat sack hits the refrigerator here. The next time we see this, it's going to be when we're getting it onto the smoker. Now after a couple of days of sitting in the fridge there, marinating, doing its thing, we're ready to get this onto the smoker. You can see I pulled off the top rack here just to give myself lots of room to work. So the smoker's all loaded up here, and I also do have my Meter Plus probe just set up in one of those breasts so I can track that temperature. All right, let's get this closed up. Now I've got some baby potatoes here that I actually cooked the other day in my Instant Pot. They've chilled down in the fridge, and I've just got them with some olive oil, paprika, fresh garlic, salt, and pepper. I'm just going to give them a little toss here. Woo. So we've had about 25 minutes here. I am rocking the smoker at 250 degrees. And I just want to give it a little baste here. I'm using applewood pellets just because that was the bag that I had opened, and I really like applewood with chicken. I think it's going to go well with this. I'm just using some of that extra marinade here just to baste this, keep everything nice and moist. Lots of flavor going on here. I'm also just going to add my potatoes here. So since they were cooked with the Instant Pot, this isn't so much about cooking them as it's just about reheating them, getting a little bit of smokiness into them here while we're at it. Oh yeah. Okay, let's get this closed back up. So it's been 1 hour. I'm now just going to flip the chicken all upside down here and increase the temperature to 300 degrees just to help wrap them up. I've just turned off the smoker here now. They just hit 164 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to pull them off, let them rest for a minute here, and then we can start to eat. Here we are. Oh man, look at these. That is looking deadly. I can't get over how big this chicken was. Man, that's so much meat. So after just a wee rest there, let us slowly slice in here. Beautiful. Ooh, she's looking moist. Fantastic. We gotta have a taste of this. All right, let's have a little taste of this here. Marinating that for those couple of days, so much flavor going on, really nice and moist. The red pepper paste, the garlic, lots of that paprika going on. The only thing it's missing is the heat that I can't really put onto all of the chicken simply because of the wee ones. So let's get a little piri sauce on there. Yes! All right, that completes it. I would love to have that kind of everything hotter right from the get-go and finish it off with that piri sauce, so delicious. Now we're gonna try those potatoes. We heated up. I wound up tossing them with just a little bit more olive oil and some fresh parsley and chives out of the greenhouse. The skin got nice and crispy on them. Definitely hot enough there. Lots of flavor going on, just a little bit of smoke. Fantastic, completes the meal here. So I love using the pit boss here just to cook this. That smoke, the wood flavor goes super well with all of those Portuguese style flavors. So if you want, give it a whirl. And until next time, keep it at 11.